Hello, everyone. This is Kelly Beard of KarmicTools.com, and this is your 2023 Special Alignments audio. Now, something special happened this year where it got to be a little too much, so I broke it into 3 parts. This one is going to cover the North Node activations. So this update covers the special alignments happening in 2023. Each and every year has its own flavor and specific activations to deal with or navigate. This year, Jupiter will move from Aries to Taurus, and North Node will move from Taurus to Aries. So both of these energies and lessons are up for us socially and collectively throughout the year of 2023. Their lessons always have to do with you, the individual, and your personal values and priorities, and how all that guides your choices and actions along the way. Jupiter has a 12-year cycle that moves in 3-year increments, moving our education and consciousness along, while the North Node is a 20-year cycle that moves in 5-year increments, moving our life path and direction along. Being at the beginning of the zodiac also indicates a huge reset for the social collective levels, and of course, anyone with these signs activated. This also indicates that the next 3 to 5 years are anchoring the bigger cycles of 12 to 20 years, all tied to how we navigate the social realms in particular, what we believe to be true or possible for ourselves, and which choices take us in the direction of our chosen goals. Mars moves the fastest and will have the most contacts with other planets in a way that will shape and direct your personal year. Finally, I cover the general vibe in the 2023 energetic overview, also linked in here. But this post is to just cover how they interact with others during 2023. For our purposes, I will go over them in the order they happen, and I will synthesize them along the way. Now, for the North Node activations, early in 23, North Node is in Taurus. So it's going to do its thing with this Earth energy interacting with Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, and then it's going to slip into Aries and interact with Mars, Venus, and Pluto. So either way, we are deeply resetting our Mars, who we are and what we want, our Saturn, purpose and reality, Jupiter, truth and story, Pluto, utter transformation, Venus, our relationships and finances and the things we care about. And Mars and Venus together in Libra, opposite the North Node in Aries, is going to be powerful reset on the path. So everything is a response to the last thing and preparation for the next thing. I'm always going to remind you of that. So starting out in April, Mars in Cancer is going to sextile the North Node. This is an opportunity to make better choices for your health, wealth, and knowledge of self. As you reconnect with what nurtures you and allows you to feel personally secure, you will be able to manifest more abundance and protection from the environment. Okay, deep breath. It's April 2nd. I guess I should say this all along, but anytime I give you dates of activations, those are all good prayer days, good days to set intentions around these issues or topics and things that I mentioned. On April 13th, Saturn in Pisces is going to sextile the North Node. This is an opportunity to gain some traction on manifesting a higher vision for your actual, literal day-to-day life. As your spiritual practices begin to support you better, you will be able to more easily thrive and prosper on your chosen path and direction. Love it. Sextiles are opportunities. It's beautiful. Now, May 26th brings a square. Here's a challenge to grow between Leo and Taurus. So again, with the ego and your basic practical needs, this is a challenge to mature, dig deeper, and choose to keep it real with yourself at this time. If you can see your personal challenges and limitations, you will be better able to own them, which will allow you to change them. Check in with your ego and where you may want to look the part when it is time to actually be the part. Okay? Deep breath. Checking in with the ego and personal limitations and just kind of owning it and remembering that there's a step-by-step process to fully embodying this new path that you're setting out on. And luckily, we have these opportunities to be realistic, to make some different choices, and then to adjust our ego or adjust our expectations a little bit so that we can initiate clean May 31st. So this was also talked about on the Jupiter side more in depth. So you might want to check out the Jupiter activations for 2023 or the Mars activations for 2023, both of which go way deeper into these activations. So Jupiter conjunct North Node in Taurus, the last time it did it was 1929. Otherwise, they get together like this about every 7 years. This is an initiation of a new truth, story, and belief system, along with a new path and direction, a new 12-year cycle and a new 20-year cycle. It is definitely the start of a new 12-year cycle of consciousness for one and all. Every 7 years, these two initiate anew. However, the last time they got together in Taurus was 1929. So this is a huge opportunity to co-create and consciously contribute to the new social collective narrative of now. This is huge. So yes, you should absolutely check in with the energetic overview and all the extra activations that we talked about on the other audios. That's May 31st. Then it jumps to July 11th with Mars in Virgo trining the North Node. Now we have ease and grace. We've initiated anew. And now we probably have to do a few things to work it into the rhythm and routine that hopefully we will find ease and grace with, where your desires and choices are in alignment with the direction you want to go. That is a blessing. It is an earth trine bringing in literal blessings, ease with your physical systems, and an overall upgrade to your identity and purpose. This can be a time when, to the degree you are in personal alignment, the path just opens up because you are on the right track for your soul's purpose. Ashe, claim it, claim it, claim it, claim it. That's July 11th. July 17th, North Node moves into Aries for the first time in 20 years and will be there until January 2025, starts a new 20-year cycle, and shifts these activations to a whole new ballgame the second half of the year. So July 28th, Pluto in Capricorn will square the North Node in Aries. This is a huge transformation in one department that forces you to go in a new direction in another department. This is a call to purify your desires, release obsessions, and clear toxic relationships with authorities in your life, bosses, parents, police, government, etc. This is a point where if we choose change, then we will be able to make course corrections and get back on the right path. However, if we resist change, it will be forced upon us, and then the direction will not feel as authentic or fulfilling. Deep breath. So again, if you can see it, you can own it. If you can own it, you can change it. It's important for us to work with the Pluto transformation that's going on in order to, like I said, get on the right path for you, the Aries individual. Then we have Mars and Venus both moving through Libra, opposite the North Node. First hit is Mars first, so we got to integrate our choices and actions in our masculine side, and then we will naturally shift the values and priorities in our relationships and finances. So October 4th, Mars and Libra will be opposite North Node and Aries. This is an integration and assessment of our actions and choices over the last year or two. We get to check in to see how effective they have been and if they are leading us in the direction we wish to go. There is a recalibration of the masculine and feminine in Libra that will magnetize the right people, support, and protection as long as you are willing to do your part, be self-contained, and individually productive. Okay, deep breath. November 29th, when Venus does it, it's still an integration and assessment, but now it's of our relationships and collaborations over the last year or two. We get to check in to see how balanced, reciprocal, and fulfilling they have been and if they are contributing value to what we are cultivating at this time. There is a recalibration of the feminine and masculine in Libra as well that will allow you to negotiate on your own behalf better going forward. We like that. Oppositions really help us integrate and go to a new level of strength. And the last one, Christmas Eve, 12/24, Mars and Sag will trine the North Node. This is a blessing and lots of fire, Sag and Aries. This is another blessing of connecting to your heart's desire, the most imaginative possibilities, expanded vision for your identity and purpose at this time. To the degree you are in alignment with your own higher truth, you will be able to intuit the right direction, because it will be the one that educates you and expands your life rather than confining and limiting you to one story, one truth, or one way. You have evolved in your consciousness, so new choices are available to you. Ashe. That is going to be an incredible year with the life path shifting from Taurus into Aries. shifting from our values and setting up things in proper protocols and protections and security so that we can be more free as individuals, so that we can move about in our space confidently and know that we're contributing something and that we have a purpose here. And so, thank goodness, this one was short and sweet compared to the other two. But definitely check out the Jupiter activations and the Mars activations to fill in some blanks on those special alignments. And know that you are supported throughout. Again, these things will be brought up along the way in the weekly forecast, so you'll get reminders. But it is good to circle back to the energetic overview and or the special alignments at least in 6 months, semi-annually, quarterly, annually. You want to circle back to this and just check in and see how you're doing. And of course, reach out and let me know how you're doing. And I hope you have a wonderful new year. This is Kelly Beard of Karmic Tools signing off.